GSL.
Our second Code S player will be determined here in our rematch between Ruin and Sleep. Protoss versus Zerg. Saw Ruin fall down actually and then come back up and take the 2-1 victory. We'll see if Sleep can actually turn things around and win this one. This is tense. This is what decides everything for the rest of this group.
I'm feeling pretty good for the Sleep though. I would actually, I don't know, if I had to call this, I think Sleep this time is gonna turn things around.
I think he will too, because the games that we saw Ruin win seemed to catch Sleep a little bit off guard, but then like the straight up game that Sleep won, it was more like, you know, it felt like Ruin might have already used up all of his tricks, and now if he's playing against Sleep here, Sleep is going to have his number because he's playing the more straightforward, like defensive reactionary stile.
Yeah, I feel that Sleep is just going to play a little bit more careful this time and making sure that he's not going to run into anything that he doesn't scout, so probably just trying to put a bit more of an effort in to find out what exactly is happening. And if he's not caught off guard, I would give him a edge over his opponent here right now, especially since he now has this momentum going from winning the last series. He was down one map, and if you're down one map, you're in a mindset where like, oh my god, I'm going to lose it all. I have no chance, like, this is not going to go well. Suddenly you win 2 in a row, and then you're on top of the world, and you're like, alright, I can do this, I can do this. I've won the last match, I've won 2 games in a row right now against Effort. I can take down Ruin, I can win this. I was going up against him already, I got a little bit unlucky, should have won that in my personal opinion also. Ruin is, on the other hand, someone who's a bit tricky and sneaky as well, but let's see what Sleep can do here. He played against Ruin already, and he watched him play against Curious.
Yeah, that's true. Yunsu is the map as well, and it's a 1v1 map where it's only 2 spawning locations, not a whole lot of uniqueness about the map. It's pretty straightforward. It's a map these 2 players are really familiar with. Whoever wins this map gets the momentum going for them, and then of course the loser will get the map pick, but then they're going to have to play again once more on their opponent's map pick. So whoever wins this gets that momentum. This is a very important first starting game. We'll see if Sleep can get that revenge now, or if Ruin's going to beat him twice and advance to Code S. This is the GSL Code A cast by Tyler Hall.
Sleep versus Ruin.
Starting to the top right, we have in red now our first Zerg player here. One who was just able to take the ZVZ against Effort is Sleep for KT Rollstar.
And down here at the bottom left, of course, in the teal, our Protoss player, it's Ruin for Incredible Miracle.
He won against Sleep already once. In the first best of 3 of the day, he was able to take it with a 2-1. And I'm very, very excited to see what especially Sleep is doing this time. Ruin showed us a couple of games where he was trying to mind game his opponent against Curious. He played a 1-base build where he started to go into DTs into Blink.
Yeah.
And Sleep, he lost against Gateway Aggression from Ruin in one of the games. In another match, he was a bit surprised at the 3rd base by his opponent's initiative. And what is he going to do this time? I expect a lot more scouting from Sleep. I expect him to really be very meticulous about sending overlords and zerglings towards opponent base to find out what exactly is happening there and then react accordingly. He had good chances in the first best of 3, but now if he doesn't come through here, then he's going to fall down to Code B.
I feel like if I'm Sleep's coach, I tell Sleep, like, hey, you just need to scout. I want you to go pool first, especially in game 1. He does go pool first here. And just play safe, because you will beat this guy in the late game if we go to that part. I'm confident that you can do that. That's where your strength lies. Ruin is somebody who's shown us a little bit of aggressive, you know, oftentimes cheesy, even playing 1 base against Curious. Just play safe, and you can't lose, is what I would tell him. And I think Sleep is going to do just that. I think he's just going to play very carefully, very safe here, not take any big risks, and if he plays as safe as can be, he might just be able to take that win.
For Ruin, it was pretty good, I feel, that he has had one best of 3 between his loss against Curious and this game, because he could just take a breather, could just think about what's going to happen next. He saw that he would go up against Sleep, and was like, alright, I beat this guy once, I can do it again. Just calm down a little bit, recover from the loss that he just took, and concentrate fully on this series here in particular.
Yep. Probe comes up here. We'll see actually a heavy lane commitment, 6 of them. And the Probe's going to have to get out, but he's going to try to maybe slow down the chase. We're going to watch this Probe probably get surrounded here.
I mean, with 6 Zerglings, it can get very dangerous if there's a Zealot on the map, and there's the block maybe.
I think he's actually just more concerned about getting into the main base. He's just going to ignore the probe.
Yeah, he does.
And if he gets blocked here, he can kill it anyways.
Yeah, one... Oh, he saves both.
That was great micro by Ruin. But then he moves the Zealot out. Oh my god, that was like... I'm saying nice things about you, man. Don't make me look bad.
Well, okay, he's tempting him. He's baiting him.
Third base going up for Sleep during all of this. It's only one drone loss for him to commit to 6 lings, and he's still actually making this very scary. Second Zealot comes out here too.
Yeah, and that puts an end to the potential running past the first Zealot going in there.
Yeah, this is just a kind of little dance that these two are going to do for a little while until that Stalker comes out.
It was a bit close, you know, without the second probe, he would have lost at least the probe and maybe even got in. So, yeah, it doesn't really get that. But now we have the third base coming up. So, the gateway opening once again for Ruin, the third base for Sleep here. And Ruin is just, for now, taking it, well, playing it safe. Question being, what kind of tech is he going to follow things up with? So far, we've kind of exclusively seen Stargate openings by him. And there it is again.
Keeps that Stargate exclusivity for this matchup. Actually, I guess he did once go DTs instead on one base. But always for 2 bases, he's been doing Stargate.
His 2-base play was always Stargate.
This is actually pretty huge if Sleep doesn't see this. And I don't think he's going to see it.
Yes, he will.
Oh, he barely does. That was close.
That was really close. Just before the last shot hit the Overlord, and he clicked on it as well.
That's gross.
Yeah, I guess I know what's on the menu tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's a lot of meat on Ultralisk. I don't know. I guess Zerg's probably high in protein. Same with like insects. You know, if you eat insects, I hear they're high in protein. I guess Zerg's probably the same way.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Just seems that way anyways. There's the Oracle, the trademark Oracle from Ruin. He likes to just get that out there and do a lot of damage to the worker lines. No gas is taken here. This is something that Sleep is also able to identify with his first Overlord, or his second one, the one on the right side. Wow, he just drops the third Nexus right away. Like it's nothing. A very greedy Nexus here. 7
minutes into the game. The thing with the, you know, the one thing that the Oracle is really amazing for is also take down Zerglings. So if there's just a Zergling attack, you can rush in with the Oracle and just drop those lings immediately. And the Void Ray here as the follow-up is going to go and take care of those roaches. So the base is really going to come through for him. The other thing is that he didn't see that third base. He had an Overlord there.
Yeah, that's so scary because right now when he's looking at this with the Overlord, he's thinking, oh wow, there might be a gateway timing coming here because he doesn't have those gases. Like, what is he doing to me?
The Overlord was positioned towards that natural a little bit more than it could have been. So the third base is still a mystery to Sleep. He has no clue.
Yep, and he's going to send one of those lings or maybe all of them over here, but by the time he gets there, he's not going to be able to do any pressure.
Exactly. By the time he's there, the cannon will nearly be up, and I really hope that Ruin this time is going to go for a second cannon if he really wants to go for the same style that we saw him play already earlier today.
He actually blocked the Zerlings from seeing. These two might be able to come over here and see. He would like to deny it. It's going to be close.
Nah, they're going to see.
They're going to see.
Yeah.
And now he's like, whoa, okay, this is what was going on.
Yeah, he's not going to like that.
No, definitely not.
Not much of an early third base for the Protoss player. Gives him a great economy. And I would be very surprised if Ruin this time does not put the extra mile in to save that third base. That was his big problem that we saw on Poland.
Yeah, Blink and +1 coming out here. Forge and Twilight Council a little bit late. 2 additional gates go up at that third, so that's going to help him and get ready to defend it. But yeah, I think an additional cannon or 2 or leaving more units at home definitely going to be something he wants to consider here. And he's not going into the Phoenixes, so we're going to see a different game in
Even
general.
just walling a little bit around the Nexus, and that's what he's current. Yep. And what he can do there, can try to complete a bit of a smaller wall, just to make sure that Zerglings are not going to be forcing their Nexus down and restarting that. So we do see him with what he did on Polar Knight with the double Stargate or the triple Stargate then, but he has a massive gateway follow-up for the 6 additional gateways being built here. That puts him up to, I think, 9?
Yep. It's 7 even more.
10
so 10 gateways
and the A units there.
Yeah, this is a really scary situation. Time Warp as well as the Oracle going to easily make quick work of these 2 queens, and the queen over there trying to hide behind the hatchery is going to go down as well. The rocks are up, so she's not going anywhere.
Yeah, he could actually start to attack, okay, with the third queen there, he can't really attack the hatch and put more pressure onto him. There's one Spore Crawler that prevents him from going to the mineral line, but the scattered follow-up is just what we see happening.
He's going to micro his Void Rays away from the queens, even the Mothership Core Elven. It's all air here. And now that all the queens are gone, this base is just going to get wrecked. Yeah. He's going to kill the Spore Crawler, and then there's nothing left.
nice micro here. Saves those Spore Crawlers for now. Sorry, the Void Rats for now. Spore Crawler goes down, and now this base is so endangered. The Roach run by with those fuelings is not going to help him too much. Here comes a recall.
Yep, I think towards the natural, the gateways are ready. And now that he's been able to stop mining this base and kill all the larva injects, this is really, really scary. The follow-up with all these gateways might actually kill him.
Sleep sees what's coming, and he's actually going for Locust this time, for Swarm Host with Locust. Locust upgrade has been started, and he wants to make this happen once again, but can he really stop this onslaught? There's a lot of army supply for the Protoss player. He's looking at 60 versus 34, and he has the bank to warp in additional units. Moving across the map right now, Sleep immediately takes also a 4th base. He could sacrifice one. Doesn't have Swarm Hosts just yet. He's building them as we speak.
Just 2, and there's detection here with that Oracle, don't forget. 5 of them going up. I don't know if this is the right choice. He doesn't have the upgrades for them either. He has Carapace only.
Is the Oracle still there?
It's still live as far as I can tell. I think that's it on the right side that's coming across right now. That we're going to see
looks fast enough. There it is. Okay,
yep.
So he has still detection in the game. That helps him a lot against the Swarm Hosts. Here we go. Oracle has to be careful. The Zerglings running away. Queen's on the run as well. 5 of them in total. And here comes the massive Gateway army. There are not enough Swarm Hosts. Only 2, and they can't help.
They can't help. They're not even in the right place here. This hatchery is definitely going to go down. This one Swarm Host gets transfused. It's going to be alive for a little bit longer. Locust coming in from the backside, but this is just way too much Protoss here. Keller. Swarm Host getting killed before they can even burrow.
He's blinking upon them and takes them out right away. That Oracle already with the Envision is making sure that no unit can burrow without being detected immediately. And everything just falls at the 3rd. The drones go down. The Queens are long gone. And that 3rd is also going to die.
I'm really impressed with Ruin's play today. He's just playing such a great tempo-based game where he's always keeping his opponents guessing.
This is much more stable than what we saw in the first series that he played against Sleep, where he looked a little bit shaky, especially in the first match. This was so well played out. Yeah. GG.
That was
Ruin
great.
Takes the 1-0 lead.
I think one of the most important things about this game was when the Overlord didn't see the 3rd base. He was going under false assumptions, and then the 3rd base got up. It was too late for him to counterattack.
The aggression this time with the Void Rays, he didn't lose them. He oracled out, he Mothership got out immediately with a recall, and in the first game where he really tried to play a bit of a similar style, he lost those Void Rays.
And he lost the Oracle too in that game as well, if I'm not mistaken. Just these little things that he did better this game. The micro is almost perfect for him with that aggression.
This was much better. This was really, really crisp.
See what map Sleep picks here. I would see maybe even Alter Zeme. Polar Knight, not a bad choice. Really easy 4th base for the Zerg to take. All he has to do is kill those backdoor rocks. Then you're on a solid 4-base economy against a 3-base Protoss. Much harder for the Protoss to take that 4th base. I like this choice. See how he does on it. Ruin is looking happy.
Yeah, he's looking confident.
And no reason not to after that first win. Really solid play. That was a well-deserved win where he was just able to be ahead the entire time.
Sleep, on the other hand, he's not looking too worried. He's down 1 game, and that must be a little bit annoying, but this is a situation that he found himself in the last best of 3 too. So he knows that he can come back from this. But yeah, he has to give it all right now. Ruin was playing a really good game on the first map. On Yonsu, now Polar Knight is going to be map number 2, and with 1 more map win, Ruin would advance together with Curious to Code S this season. We are jumping into the map, into the game. Right now, we have the GSL Code A with Colin Wolf. We have a Zerg versus Protoss. We have Ruin going up against Sleep, and the consolation match, the last best of 3 of the day. Ruin in the lead with a 1-0.